settle everything before we start the meeting.
Everybody ready? 4 o'clock we'll open the regular session of the Town Council for May 10th, 2016 with Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. No public hearing and no public for comment. So we will leave the
Fill your water up there?
communications, comments, informational items. Have we heard anything back from the county on your letter of April 27th?
I have not gotten a response back from them, a written response, but I did attend the meeting, the work session with Darwin last week. And they, I assume that on Wednesday when they actually made a decision to approve it. I didn't attend the Wednesday meeting, but I have not gotten a response back from them in writing.
They were positive.
Yes, they were. You met with Ken.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it was either Denise or myself that dropped the ball. I think we'll get it taken care of.
That's fine, just wondered if
They were receptive to
our
the,
request.
yes.
Okay.
Jeff has already taken care of the painting at the library.
Yeah, I saw that on there.
That stuff, so-
Thank you, Jeff.
You're
for
welcome.
getting that done. Keeping our librarians happy. The Lakeview Head Start is moving forward with bids here.
At your next council meeting, there, you know, if everything goes according to plan, you should have a decision to make with regards to the contractor for that project.
And the CHIP Community Garden proposal, you can look at that. The June 7th meeting on air quality is, hopefully everyone will put that on their calendar to attend. It's informative for us.
It's not we're not publishing it as a council meeting, but if you're able to attend, you know, that would be great. Actually, maybe I will publish it in case more than 3 of you are there, 3 or more of you are there. That way at least you'll be noticed. So.
Yeah, that's good. And department heads. Lakeview Police Department, you guys have been busy, I see.
We have been busy.
Anything additional for your report?
The only thing additional is due to a housing conflict, I guess you can call it, Robbie left us, and we in turn hired Chris Campbell to replace as our administrative assistant, and so she's working for us now. And
Who
should be
did you
here.
say? What's her name?
Christine Campbell.
And she's already on duty.
Yeah, she's been with us for approximately 2 weeks now.
She was one of the ones that we
Oh.
interviewed in the process.
You
when
do
we
have her
hired
name down here, I would say, yeah, okay.
And it does have law enforcement background, that's for.
Yes.
Okay. And fire department, Dennis is not here.
Dennis said he was gonna go fishing.
What?
That's pretty windy to be fishing.
Anderson Engineering, there was a report on the table if you needed. Good one. Public Works, Mr. Marshall.
Well, the only thing I would care to add probably is I don't know if everybody saw the note on the end of my report there that Dan Hamrick is leaving us to advertise for a.
I don't think I got your report.
Actually, we did not get his report in because we've been swamped with other stuff.
Okay.
But we will give you credit for doing that.
But he'll tell you the rest of the things he needs you to know.
Okay, everything was pretty normal on there, just the hours, and the spring line has came back really quite strong, stronger than it has in the last few years. We're getting 100% of our water right now from the springs.
And it's
so
nice.
hopefully that holds out. And Dan Hamrick has turned in his letter of resignation. In fact, tomorrow's his last day. So he's gonna go to work for the Forest Service. We've advertised for a new employee. He'll be missed. He was a real asset.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
And then we did hear something about, also in the report is the fact that our new sweeper broke down on us 10 days or so ago. And it ended up being a warranty issue. We had to take it over to Medford and they're gonna put a whole new fuel injection system on it. So we're hoping they're gonna get the parts tomorrow. We'll get it back hopefully by Friday or so. That's
So Ray
pretty
told me those
optimistic.
things will go like 60 miles an hour, but when it goes by my house, it's going really slow, so
Yeah.
are they stalling or?
Yeah,
We don't sweep at 60 miles an hour.
the slower you go, the better job it does.
That's when Travis enters into it.
Okay, Ray, manager's report, anything else to add to that?
Don't think so.
Okay. Move on to the consent calendar. We have the work session minutes and the regular session minutes from April 26th. Anyone wishes to make a motion to approve, or changes, or additions?
Make a motion, we approve the consent calendar as presented.
Okay.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have mayor, council manager updates. As for me, I did meet last week with Ray and Mira from CHIP concerning the community garden greenhouse. And we talked about places where they wish to install it. And so it's, the little brochures in there if you want to read more about it. And then I met with Ray and John twice, working on procedures for hiring our new town manager and job description, salary things, so. Sharon?
I finally got to the Travel Oregon meeting yesterday that the chamber sponsored. I got an email that said, Travel Oregon Town Hall now. And so I went ripping out, so I came to Town Hall, as did Ken Kestner, so that made me feel a little better. So then we had to haul down to the senior citizen where the meeting was. But it was pretty interesting. They're going to go to a 1.8% tax on motels and lodging from a 1%. So that is warming the cockles of the financial issues at the chamber, because that will increase the, what they get on that percentage thing. For about the third meeting in a row, UPIC has canceled for lack of a quorum, so I'm thinking UPIC is in danger of just fading away.
Partly because mental health is a little decimated right now, or?
I don't know if it's mental health, if it's, Vicki Taylor was a really strong leader, and when she stepped down, I just think a lot of people kind of lost interest or something. I don't know what happened.
And I think the scheduling notification was pretty short. I mean, I didn't get it because it was still going to Jeff. No one had made any effort to even send me
Yeah, see,
notice. And so now that they've got my updated email, I still didn't get notice.
Yeah.
And I think the notice went out like a week before the meeting was supposed to happen.
something's not working.
And apparently they used to offer meals or cookies or something, and
Yeah.
then they quit doing that, and that's when they saw a decline in attendance as well,
When
from
there's
what
no
I
free
was
lunch.
told.
Yeah,
If they go back to the free lunch program, maybe they'll get a better
yeah,
attendance.
it's not doing so well. And Chamber has decided in their infinite, which is a better idea all around, we meet at 7 o'clock in the morning. And that's better because most people do work.
Mm-hmm.
And we've added 2 new board members, and we're working to try to find the dollars to put Christie on a full-time salary because she is very, very, very
Their
educated.
assistant.
She's very good, yeah. So we're working on that, and then getting ready for, I guess, the daily days that the Lakeview Community Partnership is beefed up and it's gonna hold, huh?
With brew, beef and brew.
Yeah, beef and brew. We were thinking, but hey, I would rather have beef and brew than lamb stew. And beer, I guess, but whatever, I don't mind it. So that's about it.
Okay. Ray?
I haven't had a chance to get a hold of, what's his name from the gun club up there, but I will try and get a hold of him tomorrow. And that's all I have right now.
Okay. Darwin?
Just a reminder that Red Rock, deadline for written comments is today. We'll be meeting again a week from tonight at 8 o'clock up at the courthouse again as a joint planning commission meeting between the town and county for all the Red Rock process that we're going through. So that's about it for me for now.
Mike?
I received an email from Daniel Tagg, Lake County Emergency Management Coordinator, and he said that there will be a meeting. He has, it's tentative right now, but for June, and so I'll let the council know.
Okay. Good. Ray?
I guess the one thing I wanted to kind of just point out is, or mention is, there's a, with all the wet spring we've had in the last couple of weeks, and it's been warm, grass has grown a lot, and just to remind people to take care of their yards, but also to remember to take care of the area out clear to the curb. That is the landowner's responsibility. So, I know it's been hard to get stuff taken care of because it's been too wet, but it's drying out now. So let's get our yards looking nice before Memorial Day, and I guess that's the main thing I want to point out.
Did you hear anything about how the cleanup went?
Last night, Karen Bunch reported at the partnership meeting, community partnership. They had 2 large dumpsters that were donated by Lakeview Sanitation and for yard debris, and they filled both of them. They said it was kind of slow in the morning, but in the afternoon things picked up, and they filled them both. And then the following day, they did the hosing of the sidewalks and curbs and building fronts, a few stuff like that here downtown, and had a good turnout of I'm not sure how many, but the volunteer fire department had a good turnout. I don't know, Ray, did you work on that at all?
No.
But anyway, it went well. Unfortunately, the Thursday before that, I think, is when the street sweeper broke down, and they already, of course, had this all planned, and we were going to come back and sweep, this week and get it picked up after they get it washed off. Well, it's brand new $300,000 street sweeper, and you don't need a mechanic anymore to fix them. You need a computer tech. First thing is you need, and then I guess the mechanics will actually switch the parts once the computer identifies the part you need to switch. That's the way it is anymore. You don't need a mechanic. You need a computer tech.
Yeah, I do know that Kevin and Susan Samples bought the volunteer lunch.
On Sunday.
It looked like they had a pretty good turnout. There was some comments on Facebook of merchants thanking the firemen for their work and said that they did a wonderful job and came out really nice.
I guess I will mention one other thing, and we're not out. Probably next week we'll start doing some advertising, but the welcome summer kind of free swim pool parties planned for June 5th, noon to 3 o'clock. We've been using that for a fire department, volunteer fireman fundraiser, as well as a swim team fundraiser, free swimming for 3 hours, and the Saturday market has been coming to the park, as well as we're not sure who's going to do lunch this year.
Karen's moving to call back.
We've got barbecue, hot dogs and hamburgers now is arranged as of just a little while ago.
Actually, they're doing bagged tacos.
Oh, sorry.
Who's this? Oh, bagged tacos? Really?
Yeah, Karen's Zamudio and the Catholic Church. One of
Ladies Auxiliary or whatever it is with the
Oh,
Catholic church.
yeah, they're trying to raise money for a new kitchen.
So anyway, I think things are coming together
What were the
well
times
for
you
that,
said?
weather cooperating, and we hope.
12:03 on the 5th.
Okay,
12
12 to 3. 12
to
noon to 3 p.m.
There you go. Well, the town, I think we were talking earlier, instead of a sheet cake type thing, I think we're going to do cupcakes this year.
I think that's a good idea.
And,
Yeah,
It's a lot
it's
easier.
certainly a lot easier and, yeah, you don't have to stand
So-
and cut it up while you're standing.
A lot easier.
Jeff and
idea.
I have had some discussions already about getting the pool ready, and we're underway.
Good, okay. We have no old business, moving on to new business. We have a resolution which is number 887, approving a grant application to Pacific Power for installation of a flagpole at the McChuckwagon exhibit, which there's a bunch of application and pictures and, things attached to it. So it sounds like a great idea to have one there, I think, yeah.
I think it's certainly appropriate. I know that Mr. Nickel and his family would like to see one there. We said, I think early on, that would be something that we would work on. Last year when I met with the Nickel family at the end of May, we discussed that, and I was aware of the Pacific Power application process, but Pacific Power accepts applications 4 times a year, and each period is for different types of projects. And the one that comes in June, there's a June deadline, is the one that would incorporate things like what we're doing here. So now's the time to apply. Talk to Jeff, they would help with the digging a hole and putting them out in place and stuff if we were to get the grant. So we probably won't hear whether this has been awarded or not until, I'm guessing, at least July, maybe August. But it's a nice thing to do, and if we don't get the grant, maybe we think about trying to do it anyway, some other way, but at least here's an opportunity. So.
Yeah, see what happens, okay? You need a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll move it.
What's the number on that?
887.
I move we approve resolution number 887 in the matter of approving a grant application to the Pacific Power Foundation for assistance with installation of a flagpole at the MC Chuckwagon exhibit.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve resolution number 887 in the matter of approving a grant application to the Pacific Power Foundation for assistance with installation of a flagpole at the MC Chuckwagon exhibit. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. And now we have a bargain and sale deed. Town of Lakeview to David Bradstow, which is the property where Dollar General will go and.
This is the north piece of those 2 strips that we've been discussing. This parcel is 10 feet by 40 feet that comes off of North 5th Street south for 40 feet along there. And so we'll deed it to Stobbs, who are the owner of the larger parcel, and then Stobbs will deed the entire parcel, including this piece, to Dollar General. As soon as we get this done, I think they're virtually ready to move forward with this. If you recall, the piece on the south side that comes off of Highway 140 is the one that was in question for the Happy Horse that provides access to the backside of their property. And that parcel will be deeded to the Happy Horse as soon as the judgment is approved on the quiet title case in the circuit court. So that deed will most likely be on your agenda for at the meeting on the 24th.
Any questions from the council? Comments?
I would just make mention that I had done a news story on the radio this morning in regards to this. And I read it for verbiage of the agenda, and a gentleman called me and wanted to know what kind of bargain we had made with the stop. When you read it word for word, it sounds like you're
Well, that
selling it
is-
down. So anyways, I just,
It is kind of a strange word, I'm sure it has its meaning in your past.
It does.
yeah,
It's demeaning to the happy horse.
The quit claim
Free
deed
lunch.
means that I don't know what I own, but whatever it is I own, I'll sell it to you. So, if I own anything at all.
well,
It's not insurable, and this is an insurable title now, because we've gone through the process of clearing the title.
I told him it wasn't the full community, it was just a small little parcel.
Not a very big bargain.
Well, we then need a motion to approve the bargain and sale deed.
I would move that we approve the bargain and sell deed from the town of Lakeview to David and Brad.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion in 2 seconds to approve the bargain and sale deed as written. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Who seconded it?
Ray.
Ray and Darwin.
Ray.
Ah, I got Ray with it.
Okay. With one other thing on the agenda, which is a street closure for law enforcement commemoration, and that is in this e-packet that was left here by Chuck Poor. And Ray has read all this, so he can explain it probably a little better than I.
Well, I asked Travis how much he knows about the project. Your involvement, for the council is that they're intending to stage this procession that they're going to have beginning in front of the courthouse on E Street, outside of the sheriff's office door, this coming Sunday afternoon. And so they would like to limit parking and I think traffic as well there, and then also down by Washington Federal. My understanding is Chuck was going to be here and he left a very nice packet of material, but he had to be in Bend apparently at 4 o'clock today. But the other part of it is they're going to limit some parking down by Washington Federal, because as they go through with this procession of horses and all of the things that they have planned for this event, they want to take some pictures with the Western building background there as part of it. So, as you can tell from the front, this is a commemoration of a Lake County Sheriff's deputy that was killed in Klamath Falls. It may have even been called Linkville at the time. I didn't read the whole thing. Again, I've heard the story though. In 1882, at that time, Klamath County was part of Lake County. And this deputy is actually was probably a great uncle, or maybe great uncle of Gerald Stewart's. Gerald did a nice presentation last fall at the Historical Society. I think
9/11 Remembrance Ceremony was.
Okay.
It was.
So it was. That's a Lakeview connection. Is the Stewart family. The deputy was their uncle.
That, he was buried in an unmarked grave here at IOOF is my understanding. And so that's what they're doing. Part of this presentation is to place his headstone.
Yeah.
And so,
So that's what it's all about, and they need our help in limiting traffic and parking on Sunday this coming Sunday in order to accommodate this. They're expecting quite a few people in town and uptown, local people as a part of this commemoration of Mr. Lewis.
Is it this Sunday?
yes.
Yes, the 15th.
Okay, right. Cool. Any questions?
Do you have a problem with any of that parking issues?
No, if we can get maybe some signs, and hopefully Chuck's got some planning for that, reminding
Just to
people,
block
just
them
like
off.
we do for rodeo and parade and stuff, and just say no parking after 2 AM. I don't know if you have those Jeff signs or if
I
they
have
have
the
those in the
snow
chamber.
removal ones, but they seem to be invisible.
Yeah. And generally, you know, in the next, I think this doesn't happen until like 1 o'clock, so, or 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, so, you know, we could always run plates and make contacts and have people move. But, yeah, if we, and I don't know if the chamber maybe has some signs. Someone puts them out at fair time every year for the parade. Just a cone with a sign that says no parking,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know, after 2 AM. And I know I'm pretty sure he wants from North Second to South First, no parking, for the procession. And,
Yeah.
then my guys will help with traffic control.
And they're going to have a mounted horse.
Yes, they're gonna have a riderless horse in the memory of the fallen officer, and then they will have, my understanding, a wagon team. And then I don't know if there's 4 other horses.
4 sheriffs,
With the sheriff's
different
deputies.
counties. Carriage carrying the tombstone, family walking behind,
Yeah.
whole lengthy line of
Deputy
stuff.
Correa is expecting between 100 and 200 people,
Hmm.
based only on speculation. There's no other reason for that number, but,
Yeah,
so he's expecting that it could line up from the courthouse down to, say, South Third and E. And so that's a pretty easy road to limit traffic on.
right, especially on
And we can
Sunday.
just block the road at South First and E, and then I can put an officer down at South Third and E, and just route everybody that's not going home, you know, back to the highway. So that should be a pretty easy thing to do. And then we'll lead and follow. Well, we'll block highway for him to come on the highway. We'll tail it as well, so.
Long overdue. As a part of this, one of the things during the daily days is we've convinced John Griffin to come out of retirement from this particular event. And he is going to do one of his cemetery tours. And it's a ticketed attendance, so watch for that because we may never get him back out again. And it has fascinating stories about the people who are buried with markers and without markers that he is pretty knowledgeable about. And it's just fascinating. So
Mhm.
keep that in mind. It'll be what, is it the 24th?
18th.
The 18th? Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's going to be on the evening of the 17th of June, I think.
That's right, because we're not with daily presentation. That's right. Anyway, yeah, watch for that because that's going to be, it's an amazing event. You should probably tape that so we'd have it.
Yeah, I just added it to my notes, so I'll make sure it's in our calendar.
Because he won't write down a lot of this stuff or hasn't. So,
I've worked with John on quite a few things. So.
you know him well.
Yep.
Okay, so we have a motion for the parking restrictions as requested.
I'll make a motion that we block off the streets. This,
That's requested.
this is also part of the history of Lakeview and Lake County, and I'm all for it.
Okay. Second?
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the street closure as requested. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we are done at 4:29.